guys, and welcome back to the All Balls channel again. It is I, Carl, one of your hosts, and we're back to review another week of ISL matches. With me today, we have none other than my good pal, Mr. Kyle Pereira. Kyle, how's it going?
Good, good. Uh,
Well, lots to discuss. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Kyle, but tell me.
lots to discuss, especially last night's game, but that we'll get to later on.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll have lots. There is plenty to discuss, but we'll start off straight though, Kyle. Northeast versus Kerala Blasters, a nil-nil game, but it was an intense battle. I mean, Ivan Vukamanovic used Vinci Barreto to the best way possible, but there just wasn't any good finishing.
Yeah, I think that he handed the young right winger his ISL debut, but I feel like sometimes he had the confidence to take a shot from 30 yards, but didn't have the confidence to take the shot at 10 yards. I mean, 5 to 10 yards out. He made the pass to Sahal.
Yeah.
That was Sahal's miss was just something out of just.
That was that was diabolical. You would expect like 9 times out of 10 that normally goes at the back of the net.
I don't know what to say, because the thing is, like, you're coming from the left hand side and the ball is coming from the right hand side. The least you can do is like either put it with your left leg or haul then kick it. But I don't know why he went for that first time shot, right? That was like, it was waiting, that goal was waiting to happen. I mean, same with Luna created a lot of chances for the Blasters. Luna was just everywhere. He's already contributed 6 in the start of the ISL. That's a lot for
scoring chances. Yeah,
for a central attacking midfielder. But it was just, I mean, to be honest, it was pretty all over the place. Just both teams, like, they didn't look like they were all at it. To me, Subhashish Chowdhury in the goal for Northeast was man of the match. I don't know. They gave it to Santana. Yes, Santana had a good game, but I think Subhashish Chowdhury deserved that man of the match award. He really kept Northeast in the game with all the chance. Even though they missed a lot of chances, I mean, they Blasters created 9 chances and had 12 shots at him. So. And they still kept a 0-0 draw.
I mean, I know it's still early in the league and it's still early in the season, and of course these teams will catch up at some point, but it is now beginning to look like an uphill task for both these teams right now, like, considering that they both came off from losses and now a draw as well, so it looks like a little bit more of a difficult climb for them.
Yeah, I mean, now it's Kerala Blasters versus Bengaluru next, and Northeast versus Chennai next week.
So, I mean, they really need to pull their socks up. I mean, at some point.
It's like Pereira and all that can't afford to miss. He had 2 golden opportunities, and a striker like that, you can't be missing. Like, I mean, though Vinci and all were trying everything, even Vinci, I feel, again, I'm going to say this, I feel like he should have taken the shot at goal and not passed it. I think he was trying to be unselfish, being his ISL debut, passing to a senior player. I don't think that worked out too well for him.
Well, we're hoping. Well, I'm honestly looking forward to seeing more of Vinci Barreto, because I think he's definitely one for the future. He looks really exciting, and I got to give credit to.
He can.
He can run like the wind. Like, and I give credit to Ivan Vukamanovic for giving the opportunity, like, for giving his first start. So there's definitely potential there. So for those watching at home also, like, I forgot to mention though, please don't forget to like and subscribe. But for those watching at home, please let us know also in the comments. What do you think about Vinci Barreto? Do you think he's the real deal, and is he going to go places? Please do let us know in the comments.
But Carl, what do you think of Northeast's 0.27 expected goals?
That's sad. I mean, it's a problem that only Khalid Jamil can fix, and it's sad to know that they are struggling this much. I really don't know what to say about them. Like, they have to figure out somewhere there where they can find their goals from. So,
but from one struggle to another, Goa.
Oh yeah.
Goa is just looking so poor. I can't believe a month ago they won the Durand Cup and now they're performing like this.
I mean, again, don't take anything away from Jamshedpur though. I mean, Valski's was actually fantastic.
I'm not going to take anything away from Jamshedpur. I'm just saying that the best player though the goals went in, I feel personally, Dheeraj Singh, people forget how young he is, but he is an
Yeah.
incredible shot stopper. He kept them in the game for a very, very, very long time. Right till the very end also, when Sing to Sing, they had that stupid
Yeah.
Boris Singh's, that was like a proper shot block, a proper
Yeah.
from Dheeraj Singh. But again, like you're saying, can't take anything away from Jamshedpur.
I mean, it's gonna spruce them up because I mean, Jamshedpur will now face Hyderabad next, and they'll be licking their lips, especially coming back after that win of against Goa. But tell me honestly, Ka, like, what does Goa have to do now to try and pick themselves up? I mean, I honestly consider them as favorites for this year, but it just seems to be going downhill right now.
I mean, honestly, you can't really consider them favorites because I see even Cabrera came on too late for them to do anything. Devrandra was there on top, but Devrandra was not getting the service he needed. And it was a lot of sloppy passes. A lot of like
Yeah, I
miscommunication.
felt it was very static,
Yeah,
extremely
there's
static
a lot of
football. Like,
miscommunication, and because if you see, Vasquez and Stewart were just all up in their business.
yeah,
All
pretty
up in
much.
their
Yeah,
business. Like that header, like the header was like off the training ground. Like you couldn't stop that. Like it was so well planned. And come on, Owen Coyle bringing on Jordan Murray with his
yeah.
first touch of the game. They were like Wizard of Oz, Wizard of Oz. I mean, Owen Coyle made it very clear in the beginning of the transfer
Yeah.
market. Jordan Murray is my player to get, and
Okay.
used him like a charm. Like he came on and like literally scored with his first touch. Like
First touch.
I, I,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that they just let him run. And again, if you saw the goal, miscommunication by the defenders. One defender trying to head it back to the other defender. Goalkeeper trying to rush him. He just has to touch it left of the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on at Goa, but I think
You think honestly Juan Fernando's on borrowed time? I know it's just been only 2 games, but still, like, I mean, I know it's not a very cutthroat competition, but I'm sure he's going to be having some worries at the back of his head.
I'm sure, but it's actually not. It's actually a weird thing that if you were coach Fernando, like you would think, okay, I have control of the game. I have 75% possession throughout the game. I have a higher pass accuracy at 85
Yeah.
to 56 of theirs. There are more passes. There are more there, but the
More
thing,
possession.
more
Yeah, but
possession.
just no end, just
Just
no finish, just no end product.
it was zero. Like the big chances created was zero.
Yeah.
There were zero big chances created. Yes, they did create the chances, but again, like Edu Bendia, even at that free kick, he put it perfectly for them. He put it perfectly. All Gonzalez had to do was not jump over it. Put your body in front of it. It'll deflect into the goal or deflect goalwards at least. I
Yeah.
don't know, it's just I mean, if you ask me, like watching the game as well, like Goa was just allowed to play, and
Yeah.
Owen Coyle must have said to the guys, to like Stewart and all who were there in the midfield, just let them play around you, let them play
Yeah.
around you.
Buy your time. Buy
Buy
your time. Buy
time.
your
So you
time.
can
Yeah.
just see from the stats itself, from the 25%, who has 25% possession of the game and still comes out with a win? Like it's
Yeah.
I
And that too
can't.
with a 3-1 win. A
And
3-1, a
yeah,
resounding 3-1 victory.
yeah, I know. I don't know what to say.
I mean, again, it's all going Pete Tong right now for FC Goa, and I mean, next up they're going to be playing Northeast. I mean, there's an opportunity right there for them,
There is an
considering that we just
opportunity
spoke
there.
about Northeast United. But I mean, again, Juan Fernando will really have to think a lot to make sure that he can get 3 points. But we'll look forward to that when we have to review it. But moving on to our next game, the Calcutta Derby, and
Mhm.
of course, we guess as much. The tournament favorites, Mohun Bagan, sweeping completely.
The game was over before it started. I have lots to say. I want to hear what you have to say about this game.
No, I mean it was a fun game. I honestly knew that ATK were going to be the favorites in this match, and I honestly felt that, of course, East Bengal. We know the rivalry, we know how bitter it is and stuff like that. But of course, it's East Bengal's first foray into the ISL. They're still taking baby steps. So I was thinking, yeah, it has to be ATK to take this, but I didn't expect it to get over so quickly. I mean, like for them to just swoop in like that. That was kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting that from ATK. I thought it would be an evenly contested match considering the rivalry.
Oof. Honestly, again, I think it was over before it was even started. Like
Mm,
the game ended. To me, the game ended in the 14th minute, and it
yeah,
officially ended in the 23rd minute.
yeah.
Can't you say like, do you want me to start with the bad of East Bengal or you start with the
No,
good?
I would say start with the good of ATK because for me, I think Johnny Coco was pretty impressive at the back. I think he was pretty splendid. Yes, we'll always talk about Roy Krishna and Liston Colasso as well, but you got to give credit to the defense as well.
No, but yeah, I mean, if you have to give props to the defense, I would give it to
Mm.
Deepak Tangri and Kotal.
Oh, okay. All
Deepak
right.
Tangri was playing more of a center defensive mid than he was playing a center back. If you saw the heat map, the whole of the middle of the field just had his footmarks,
Mm.
just red all over, just from CDM. It's great. It's just amazing that how they play. I mean, I was so amazed at what Antonio Habas has done with this team. Though they didn't have a
Mm.
preseason, though they've not, they came out short last year. This is like I've been reading a lot of articles and it's saying this is ATK 2.0. This is proper
It
ATK
is. It
2.0.
is. I mean, they're performing like a well-oiled machine.
Lenny Rodriguez is stepping as centre back and allowing Tangri to play in front of him. How is that allowed? Like Kotal is going past Manveer Singh to put that ball for Krishna. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He put the ball. He found Krishna just made a delayed run into the box. Marcella didn't even look at him. Didn't even look at him. Just delayed
Yeah.
into the box, and it was a goal. Even Manveer's goal, Manveer Singh's
Mm.
goal with the whole celebration and all that. He did post that. But even Manveer's goal, if you see Yoni Kakao, what a weighted ball he put through to him. Like, it was
Yeah.
perfect. You couldn't have asked, as a striker, you couldn't have asked for a better goal. And
Well,
a
I mean,
goal.
it still early days now to call for East Bengal though? I mean, again, they were
I
swiped.
mean,
They were
honestly,
surprised. Is there any positives that they can take away from this game?
not that I can see. Honestly, not that I can see.
I mean, they are up against now what they're
I feel,
playing Odisha
honestly,
FC next.
yeah,
So
I know, but honestly, having said that, there's no positives. But I feel for Arindram, Arindram,
mm.
goalkeeper of SC East Bengal. Aniram, but
you can call him Bhattacharya. It's fine. It's not a big.
Arindram. I feel bad for him only because when you're a captain, especially when you're playing in goal, as a
Mm.
captain, you want to do everything positive for your team, right? But on the day, nothing positive was happening for him because his defense was getting outplayed. I don't know why Coach Manola is going for the three at the back and with
Mm.
two wing backs. It's clearly not working, especially for a team like ATK who are so well oiled.
Mm.
And when the keeper is trying to do everything because I'm the captain, I have to show the team that I can lead from the back and all. He ended up getting himself injured. He gave a
Mm.
gift of a goal to Liston, and
Yeah.
I think it was more more bad than good that came out of this.
Well, again, they've got an uphill task against the dark horses next week. I mean, in the coming days. So, do you think they still have a chance? Can they still make a call for it, or it's just going to be confined misery all over it? Because I mean, again, we keep talking about this, Kyle, and we keep saying that it is early days and stuff, but form and consistency is very important to get it from the get go.
Mm.
And if you can't at the start of the season, it's just going to go flatlining throughout. Then,
I mean, Robbie Fowler, though he's not the best coach, couldn't do much with this team. They have had to rebuild,
mm,
but I don't think the rebuild will happen in one season.
yeah, it'll be something that'll take over the course of time. And yeah, but again, if you just want to salvage something from this season, I would really expect East Bengal to lift up their socks at some point.
Yeah, but how can you say that? To, like they had nothing to do. Like Carl McHugh was literally doing nothing during the whole game.
Mm.
Must have had only a couple of forward passes. Again,
Yeah.
again, like we're saying, zero big chances created during the game by SC East Bengal. Expected goals is 0.37.
Mm.
Like look at the consistency in ATK. Yes, I'm saying ATK is a very good team, no doubt. They're one of the favorites to win. Like we were saying in the beginning, they're ATK 2.0. Total shots created 12, total chances created 12, 80% accuracy on passes. Come on, cannot get better than that. But you still have to create something moving forward. Let's see what
Absolutely.
happens
Well,
on the next game.
we'll look forward, we'll see. But coming back now about misery, well, not misery, but I wouldn't talk about misery because we were talking about Goa and how they lost. But for those watching, yes, Mumbai also lost to Hyderabad 3-1. KP, I mean, Mumbai's first loss of the season. How do you think that fared for them?
It's true. It was like a switch, right? It was one,
Yeah.
and then it just switched. Everyone switched off.
I mean,
Everyone
Jahu
switched off.
started it off really well, and then you would think like, oh yeah, this is going to be another walkthrough for Mumbai. But then I guess it was Hyderabad who switched on the afterburners, and they were just fine after that.
Jahu's goal was a proper like breakthrough, like just headed the ball down and just broke through everyone, and just that shot was like a top draw shot. Like you couldn't stop that. There's no stopping that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Bartholomew Ogbeche finally got his goal, and again, like considering the last game that he played, where he had so many chances, he finally got to bury it. I think that's what they got things rolling as well. Like you could see Hyderabad got a lot more organized in that second half, I would say.
Mhm. Dude, I don't know what Coach Manola said to Akash, but I felt I felt like he was playing central defensive mid for most of the game. Even that goal that that didn't go in by
That got this. Yeah.
you know, he was playing CDM. He broke the play before the halfway mark, and that was all Akash on his own. That was something else, But and I like what Manola Marquez is doing with his team, because he gives people like a Hitesh Sharma and Rohit Danu and all these 19-year-olds a lot of chances to play and prove themselves in the Indian.
And shout out to Rohit Danu, man. I mean, 19-year-old getting his first goal at the ISL, like impressive.
That's impressive, yeah. I mean, the
So,
coach did say that he's one for the future and he will be playing in the India team soon. It's a very good game for them to have, like especially, especially Mumbai coming off that high horse,
yeah.
it didn't go.
After riding that win and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's strange because we were talking also about how possession works. And again, Mumbai also had majority of the possession in this game. And they still managed, like, it's like Jamshedpur all over again. Like we were saying, like 25%, and they still scored 3 goals. And it's the same thing over here. I mean, like 62% to 38% considering Hyderabad. And Hyderabad was able to get 3 goals at the back of the net.
I mean, exactly. It comes down to your big chances created. I felt Nawaz in the Mumbai goal didn't have the best game. Even Bipin, I don't know what he was thinking about going through, Joel Chianese to get that.
Yeah.
Get the foul. I don't know why he put his leg through. There were 2 defenders. Beke was right there with him also. Even the other goal, I felt like when Danu they got attracted. Everyone got attracted to that one side, so the Danu just had to step over and go past them. It's pretty simple if you ask me.
True. Well, Mumbai have another uphill task though after this. I mean, after coming off this loss, they are going to face the informed ATK Mohan Bagan. Do you give them a chance, or is it? I mean, I'm sure I'm going to give Mumbai a chance for sure, but I mean, considering the colossal that is ATK Mohan Bagan.
This will be a test for Des Buckingham. This will be the test for him to know where his team stands. It's like the good just keep getting better, but you need to beat the good to know how good you are. It's like that, right? It's like how Jamshedpur beat a Goa to know that they are better. Same with Hyderabad. Hyderabad must be thinking like they're like in golden right now, because they've just come off a win. They're going to be playing Hyderabad. I mean, they're going to be playing Jamshedpur. Jamshedpur is also come off a win. They need the confidence up. But now Mumbai is going against an informed ATK after a loss. So it's kind of like, do I
kick him when he's down kind of a scenario? It could be a kick him when he's down scenario as well.
How much do I push? How much does Das Buckingham push in this game?
I mean, there's going to have to be a result out of that because I'm sure Des Buckingham is definitely going to expect his players to reply after that loss. And what better way than to do it against the tournament favorites? I mean, again, I don't see anything happening though. I kind of just see ATK Mohun Bagan like probably mopping the floor with them. But if there's any team that can kind of take them on, I guess it is Mumbai.
Revenge for last season.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm sure Roy Krishna and co will definitely be thinking like, yeah, okay, they won the league last time and they beat us in the final and stuff. So I'm sure that taste is still in their mouth and they're going to be relishing the fact that Mumbai is also coming off a loss. So we might as well just kick them while they're down. But moving that along though, we have our next game, which was another fun draw though. It was Bengaluru FC versus Kerala Blasters. Now, this was a fun game because
It all took place in 4 minutes. It all took
place in 4 minutes, and it was the quickest 4 minutes I've ever known in my life. Like I didn't see how that could happen so quickly, but it's strange though how situations happen for a guy. Like I feel sorry for Ashik.
I feel
Honestly,
sorry.
I feel sorry for him.
No doubt. But come on, you cannot help but laugh that this whole game took place in literally 4 minutes after such an end to end, such a draw of sorts where like it was attack versus defense versus attack. It was just constantly like that, and from the 84 to 88th minute, everything happened.
Yeah, but I feel sorry. I mean, it's strange that a guy like Ashik Kuranian because he's going to become a horrible statistic. Basically, he's going to like one of those rare stats like over the ISL history. Who scored a goal and an own goal in a 1-1 draw? Yeah, we have that guy for you. Don't worry. Like it'll actually come up. So it's strange, but it was an entertaining match nonetheless. Though, even though as you said, like there was 4 minutes of madness where I think everything changed for the match, but it was an intense and fun football match.
Yeah, it was. It really was. I think Albino, even though he kind of let the goal go in, he had a very good game. Albino Gomes had a really good game. Another good goalkeeper, another good shot stopper is definitely him. I mean, we kind of knew that when we had spoken, when you had spoken to, shit, I'm blanking out on his name right now.
Who, to Marco or to?
I don't know. Anyway. Albino Gomes is a good shot stopper from just the play that he's been, just how he's been playing and how, again, for me, Luna up top, creating those chances. Again, best player. Again, for me personally, best player on the field. But I don't know. Bengaluru also is not really being that cutthroat.
Is it the form of Chetri that should be a little bit something to be worried about if you're in Bengaluru SC, because he came off in the hour mark and he didn't really have much of an impact in this match. Like, so I know it's Sunil Chetri and the man's fit as hell, but should Bengaluru look at other options now up front, like besides just depending so much on Sunil Chetri?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to depend so much on Sunil Chetri. You have Clayton Silva, you have Udanta Singh, you have Edgar. You have you have so many of these good players. You don't need, I mean, it's not like you need or don't need, but you don't necessarily need Sunil Chetri to perform every game, right?
Yeah.
All these players, you should be enforcing that they play to the best of their ability, is what I at least think.
Yeah.
Because even like when you bring on Iman Basafa and stuff like that, you need him to step up. You need him to show what he can do. You need him to do what he's brought into the team to do.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I still think that there's so much more towards this team. It's just that I think Bangalore also is another team that probably just needs to figure things out really easily. I mean, really quickly, because time is running out. I mean, like the next thing you know, it's the end of December, and then like we're almost like we know what's going to be the final table, towards that battle at the top at least. Like, so this month is going to be quite defining for most of these teams that are struggling right now. But yeah, we'll move that along because after this, I think that's it. Actually, we kind of did we wrap everything up now?
Yeah, we've wrapped all the games, but I think then today
we have to discuss today's game. I think it's Northeast versus Chennai, right?
Can't say much, to be honest. I will need to see how this game unfolds.
I think it's Chennai's game to lose, considering the fact that Northeast is they're really, really struggling right now. And I really don't know what Khalid Jamil can do to get his boys back up. But I think right now it's Chennai's best opportunity to get the points. And even though I still feel that Northeast can probably salvage something, they can probably get a point. I don't see them winning this game.
Uh, can't say, you can't say about anything because I think Khalid Jamil needs to, get his team like sort of alive and kicking again, like from last
Yeah,
season.
galvanize them, get the blood flowing, basically. Yeah.
Was so like they knew what they were doing, they knew the game plan, they knew what each person had to do. It was so well thought of, but like I don't know right now what's going to happen. And now obviously this morning, I mean not this morning but last night, Chennai was given a major setback, with Rafael
Mm,
Crivello's injury. He's going to miss up to
mm,
4 weeks, so that midfielder that they need is going to be completely out of it. So
yeah.
and you can't say much till we actually see the game. You know what I mean.
Yeah, well, time will tell. Time will tell, definitely. Kyle, I have to thank you though for taking time off to have a little chat with me about today's games. I mean, the previous games and the games to come. For those watching at home, this is a look at the ISL table right now, the current ISL table. As you can see, it's Mohun Bagan and Jamshedpur right up there, and the rest are still catching up, I guess. But we're going to be discussing a lot more next Monday with regards to all the other matches that are going to go on this week. For those watching us as well, I'd like to just say, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Give us one of these. We like one of these as well. It helps us with the algorithm and everything and gets us involved more. KP, is there anything you'd like to say?
Look forward to these games coming up.
Looking forward to these games coming up. Well, guys, again, that was Carl from the All Balls channel. That's Mr. Kyle Pereira as well, along with me. We're going to see you when we see you. Peace.